There was a moment when I seriously thought about quitting real estate. Not because I couldn't sell, not because I wasn't doing well on paper, but because I couldn't keep living the way that I was living. So if you've ever hit a wall, if you've felt overwhelmed, if you felt exhausted, and if you wondered, is this really worth it? Then this story of my experience might help you. People look at real estate from the outside, from not being within the industry, and they see the potential income, the freedom. TV shows, right, make it look easy and lucrative and flash huge numbers on the screen. But you're already an agent and you know the reality. You know that's not how it is. We work extremely hard. People in general, they just don't see what it takes. They don't see those 11 p.m. texts that are absolute nightmares that need to be addressed. Deals falling apart at the last minute that you've been working on for months and months, and you've been driving and you've spent actual money, not just time, but time is money. They don't see the unpaid hours, the emotional weight of constantly having to show up with a smile, even though you're running on fumes and inside you're crying or you're just completely exhausted. So I was doing well on paper. I was selling a lot of homes, but I was running on empty. I wasn't sleeping well. I would wake up in the middle of the night worrying about transactions, about home inspection reports, about negotiating on a deal, and I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. I was focused solely on myself, on my problems, on my transactions, and no longer on my family, on my wife, and on my children. And the passion that brought me into this business was slipping away. My balance was slipping away. When I would actually agree to go out for an evening or for a dinner with my family, I was not actually present. I was on my phone. I'd be texting. I'd be taking calls. I'd be putting out fires. And it wasn't just once. It was a pattern. So that's when I started to ask myself questions and really determine this needs to be reevaluated. This needs to be fixed. Otherwise, I will not be able to continue on. So the first thing that I looked at was the structure of my business. How was I handling issues? There will continue to be issues, but what are my systems in place to fix and deal with those issues? Because that's what real estate really is. We're buying and we're selling, but really we're problem solving throughout the process. How can I make what I have work better for me? How can I create a more balanced life? So what I've found now is a way to sell real estate, to create a business without sacrificing everything else. And that's where my brokerage, Real Broker, comes into play. So at first I was skeptical, as no doubt you are, thinking people are. They think, well, is this actually going to be what I need? Or is this just a fad? Is this not for me? I heard the buzz, but I wanted substance. I wanted solutions. I wanted actual answers. And the way my brain works is I want to know how this process works and this process works. And it's not just going to be two questions. It's going to be way too many questions. So I needed all those questions answered. And I did my due diligence and my research. And ultimately, what I found was a model that was built around lifestyle, around leverage, around community, around tech that, again, leverages our business to give us more time, and a business model that creates long-term wealth and doesn't just focus on selling one transaction to the next transaction. So since joining Real, I've been able to restructure my business around freedom. I'm now more present. I'm more focused in my life. I've created a team also to assist me. And the team was not created selfishly. My team was created with the mindset of, I need help and I want to be able to offload some of the work that's on my table. But I also want my team members to thrive, to flourish, and to be given so much more value from myself and from my brokerage than the money that's being charged from them to be at that team. Because it costs money to be on a team. But are they getting more value? Then it'll be a no-brainer for them to want to stay and to appreciate and enjoy being within the team. So now I rely on assistance. It's not just all on me. The team structure that Real provides allowed me to bring in a new agent, brand new licensee, and I was on board with teaching him from the beginning. But the commission split that a team member has to pay into the brokerage is only $7,500 Canadian. So just think about that. Think about your first year of real estate. how hard, and that's an understatement of a word, how extremely difficult and challenging that first year is, and to make a living, and you have all your expenses, and you sell a house, and you see the commission check is this big, but then you got to pay into the brokerage, and then you have likely a referral fee because you're just starting, and then your taxes, and then your income expenses and your board fees. That check that was this big is now sometimes 30%, 35, 40%. So me making the switch to allow my team members to only have to pay into the brokerage $7,500 Canadian allows them to make a living, to look after their families faster, easier, with selling less homes. It sets my team members up for success, and that 86% burnout rate of agents stopping within the first 2 years, I am increasing their odds of success by being at Real. So I got back more time, real time. I'm no longer buried in admin work or chasing outdated systems. I've got modern tools that work for me, not against me. I've joined a community that lifts me up. It doesn't compete with me. I have leadership that listens. I have a model that doesn't just reward sales, it rewards community and business growth. And it supports long-term lifestyle freedom by giving me stock bonuses when I sell a home. And for the first time, after joining, after building out my team and using the systems that I have here at Real, I feel aligned again. I am energized. My business is stronger. And that has affected me to revitalize me and to make me as a person stronger. So if you're watching this and you're silently nodding, if you've been carrying that weight on your shoulders too, feeling like burnout while it's just part of the game, just know that it doesn't have to be. There can be systems put in place. You can have access to tools that actually help your business and help your life. You don't need to burn out to build something amazing. You just need the right platform. You need the right people in your corner, the right systems, and you need the courage to change. So if you're curious about what Real would look like for you, for your business, reach out and I'd be happy to chat, and we can chat about if it would be a good fit for you or not.